This is 202 Parkside offices. Parkside 5 offices have, of course, Mason Locksmith. Mason Locksmith has an awesome business locks. Opportunity for people that are opening up a business and looking for opportunity for people to have upgrade systems. Of course, we have room availability here for lease. Now, Mr. Mason Locksmith been here for equal opportunity. People that open up businesses and have business locks, and also have locks, especially when they own buildings and they also own structures, and like the GTA, for one. Community service for the GTA have people that want to open business put locks, and also business offices that have increments business license called Basin Bonded and Insured Basin, BASN L5933DAK 509-765-8346. People who own business and stuff have a locksmith opportunity to upgrade their locks. This is where we go. He's always on call. Inspired with going over Mirrors, AJM here, seeing out here. You have business opportunity for people to come out here, and this is 202 Fifth Avenue. Remember, Parkside office logo is right outside, and they have the administration office has several opportunities. People that have business opportunities, EBIN numbers, they come into the office and renew their business license every year. Personally, every year has to be renewed, and they have increments on the audits and accessory. Miss McKnight over in Freda, which is Grant County, Freda Courthouse, and Miss McKnight is going for her position for another 4 years, and she's an accessory. And Miss McKnight's been in processing and opportunity for a while, and she is active actually, and she is active just like Kim WYMAN, Secretary of State, at UBI number and audit office and a ballot form. And the 202 Parkside offices is West 5th, right across from the loft. Right across from the loft. The loft is upgraded, as you can tell. The services they provide, Mr. Mason Locksmith, like visiting Ajmer Singh Nijjar, we got a business office. We have tons of business owners and ranchers and farmers, and of course cultivators, and also land owners. Upon land owners and cattle and ranchers, auctioneers like Barela would be Chuck Barela. Chuck's been with the Lake Grand Canyon community for a long time. They have a farmer's market over in the courthouse and right on C Street, and that went up pretty good. And they had a platform that was out there that was on YouTube, Facebook at the Freda Courthouse, and that went pretty good. Auctioneers and Pascas El Chubka and auctioneer Chuck Barela, and we have John Deere Evergreen Implement and the Ford Company. I got the financials and reports and affidavits, and they're legally have the Drug Traffic and Vessel Interdiction Act, and that's Mrs. Garth and Dano and Andy Miller and prosecutor of Benton County, which is on the assessor's portfolio on Facebook. That's Honorable McKnight. And the assessment for the Drug Trafficking and Interdiction Act of 2008 has been pretty much finalized. Anything in your body cavity or extremities are exposed to the public and is sent in on your process. Even uniformed officers and individuals are arrested. It's pretty sad. because they have no credibility in the community. So they sit inside of a facility with a uniform on, and go in the community, and they get cast out of courtrooms and the public centers because of the assessments that we got going on for the public accessories that has upgraded on systems, and that says, as you see, it says Andy Miller.co, Ben Washington Lewis on the foreline. The memos and the systems are primarily, and they also make up things with the probabilities of them hoping them to walk into society with the uniform on and have no credibility at all. It's pretty sad academic for to have for the society here. This is 202 Parkside offices. In 207 Parkside offices, we have Loft across the street. Loft has a upgrade system, which is carried out all the way into the legalities of processing information on the, this is Foreign Homeland Agency Real Estate Appraisal Service. Anyways, the equipment they got going on has a variety drive on for access for Allstate and Edward Jones, and also of course the bank and the drive-through has updated at the Loft. The Loft has here on the D Street, right across the street. This whole fence line was damaged, and 8123487654321 has great opportunity with the Basin Locksmith, which is on Ash Street, 5th, right across the street of the GTA. This is Parkside Office 202, 5th, where the garbage can was caught on fire, and the whole block could have caught on fire, the loft and the house next door. So 876544321, and they have a logo, as you can see, it says 202 5th Avenue. And the entranceway for the lock, business lock and levers for the business owners, and they have ranchers, farmers, cultivators, homeowners, government officials, judges, lawyers, doctors, surgeons. And it's 519-765-8346. It's bonded and insured B Basin L5933DAK. Now, the opportunity with GTA, they want to get opportunity, and we have several banks and jewelry stores at Todd Levet and Amber. I got an opportunity of changing the locks, getting locks, upgrades. You got professionals and best down the road. You got Walker's Furniture right across the street is Dano Law Firm. Dano Farm. There's Garth Dano, which is prosecutor Freda, and Jennifer. And that's 5th Avenue stop. That's a stop sign. We have street sweeper. It comes in here now. The GTA has a recommendation on processing of the Department of Transportation, which has the varieties 1 through there's 1, and the Loft. There's no more as the insurance company agents and commissioners, and Mr. Andy Miller is walking around outside right now, so it's all good. Andy Miller's a prosecutor of Benton County. Here's the road. Former prosecutor now, she's the judge for Franklin County. Sean Saint, prosecutor, Franklin County, Pasco, Washington. And also Andy Miller, prosecutor, Benton County, Richmond, Pasco, Kennewick. Murder cases, premeditated murder. No plea bargaining, no associating with any circumstances, no strings attached, basically. If you're found guilty, you're guilty, and there's no plea bargaining sentence guidelines. It's federal sentence guidelines. So it's Washington State federal guidelines, Washington State court rules, and also the Chief Justice Department. That's 9 seats. And ministers that have produced documentation from Washington State. And the Chief Justice Department, there's 9 seats. Articles considered of articles and affidavits of sworn officers arrested and detained for charges. And these documentation is is never falsified, doesn't have whiteout on it, has no premeditated murder cases, any possession, drug possession, no cultivating, manufacturing drugs, no making methamphetamines, no possession of baggies or syringes, and the blood is taken at Cimaron Hospital. And Cimaron Hospital takes the blood and inventories it and faxes to Andy Miller, 509-736-3066, and that's Andy.Miller@co.benton, BENTON.Washington.US, United States. This document didn't even belong to the, and this is a laptop, down system, Microsoft 365, and Federal Guidelines has it on stream, 180 apps on stream, and it's AndyMiller.co, Benton, Washington, U.S. And it says, Mrs. McKnight says Benton County on it, so it says Andy Miller on it. Has a signature, first name, last name, 7112 West Okanagan Place, Building A, Kennewick, Washington, 99336. Deputies, sheriffs, deputies, U.S. Marshals, and also all of the precinct numbers, which is on the dog tags. Kennewick River, Vista Utilities, Big Ben, Benton POD, BENTON POD, and also the Grant POD, and Vista Utility Visibility and Propane Vista established the process code, and UBI number, and accessory property number, and all that. And this is also says Prosecuting Remedies of Tools Exploitation of Children Act, for one. Programming or making, manufacturing any kind of Microsoft programs and prologuing and Century Department of Justice Appropriations Authorization Act. These are like, this is example. The 21st Century Department of Justice Appropriate Authorities Act. This is 107-273. Assaults, threats, and other offenses against federal judges, other certain federal officers, and employees. Published 107-273 DIVC Title 1, 11008A, November 2, 2012, 116.1819. The short title of this section may be cited as Federal Jurisdiction Protection Act of 2002, BD, omitted. E. Amendment of the sentence guidelines for assaults, threats against federal judges and certain other federal officers, federal officials, and employees. Pursuant and authority under Section 994, Title 20 of the United States Code, the United States Sentencing Commission shall review, aim, and the federal sentence guidelines and the policies of the State Commission when appropriate to provide appropriate sentence enhancement of offenses involving influencing, assaulting, resisting, impeding, retaliating against, or threatening a federal judge, magistrate, judge, or other officials described in Section 111 or 115 or Title 18 of the United States Code. Factors for consideration carrying out the Section United States Commission shall consider the respect of each offense described paragraph, an expression of congressional intent regarding appropriate penalties of offense, the range of conduct converted offenses, the existing sentence of offenses, the extent to which sentencing enhancement federal sentencing guidelines so the court imposed sentence applicable guideline range to ensure punishment near the maximum penalty for the most egregious conduct converted by the offense. Number E, the extent of which federal sentences and guidelines sentence of the offense have been considered statutory maximum penalties. Number F, the extent of federal sentence guidelines offense aggregate achieve the purpose of sentence of set forth Section 3553A, the Title 18 United States Code. The relationship of federal sentence guidelines offense to federal sentence guidelines for the offense of comparable seriousness. H, any of the factors the Commission considered inappropriate. To be inappropriate. Crimes of violence, drug trafficking crimes which defendant used body armor. You see, it's pretty self-explanatory. That's Daniel Garth, prosecutor of Freda. Jennifer, of course, the administration officer of Freda, Washington Municipal District, and also Superior, and also the upstairs, number 3, number 12, the first floor, second floor, and third floor, across other restraining orders, anti-harassment orders, and body attachment and threats by harms to employees and whatnot. So, administration office here has Cimaron Hospital is called, and were at the police station all day, and we took all the artifacts of the United States, America, arms off, and put administration office, Mr. Cimaron Hospital, the blood testing, and also the pharmaceuticals that are paid for, and also expenses paid for the whole household at the Cimaron 5 INC Banquet Bar Restaurant Bar at 1400 East Main Street, Washington. That's a BIN number is effective. Also, the other properties attached to that, California, and oil companies, and ranches and farms, and also plantations that are being developed and put through the railroad company. Amtrak, there's a railroad, and Amtrak, and that railroad, Amtrak, has access to that railroad, and it's the United States government. So when the United States government, when you park the Amtrak train on our property, goes to our property, all these artifacts and considerations of threats, bodily harm, grabbing or touching or offensively damaging property, it's all good. All good. This is, check out this carbohydrate, which is best carbohydrate, pasta, chicken, and beef, which is excellent for the Gold's Gym, actually. Gold's Gym's getting all their money back. On top of that, they get a contract. After that contract, their children comes in. All their children are coming to Samaritan Hospital. And they're all coming into on the property, getting fruit, protein, steak, ribeye, roast beef, tri-tip, and also carbohydrates. Dairy products. All children will show up at Samaritan Hospital. Mother, father, siblings, and they'll come out of the country, a different country, and just landing from one country. They own that country. Another country where the land is the United States of America, and they own that land. All from the airports, the railroad tracks, administration office, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Special Elite Forces, compound centers, the law schools, Florence, Italy, Spokane, Washington, Seattle, Washington, whole entire Washington State.